much like never have good lighting in here. So what's up? What's up? What's up? It's MoLexi in the cut, and we back with another live stream. What y'all up to today? Let me know what y'all are doing on this beautiful, 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 beautiful hump day. Yeah. All right, y'all. Because listen, whew, this mama bear is tired. Okay, between the baby, she's not a baby, but she's my baby. We got a puppy. Okay. I might insert some pictures or something. But we got a puppy, y'all. And then of course some of y'all know that right now I am in between blessings. So I am waiting on a new home, a new house for me and my child. A new vehicle will be coming soon. I started a new job. So I'm ready for that. Sorry, I'm thirsty. I've been going all morning. So got the kiddo to school, got her on the bus. Sorry, y'all. Got my kiddo to school. No, I don't even know how to use this cut. I think it's missing a part. Oh. Yeah, okay. I don't like that. It's missing the other piece to it because this is a straw. Anywho, back to the click on my hand. Woo. Anyways, got the kiddo on the bus. Been ripping and running, doing chores, household stuff. Got all the dishes done. Put wood in the furnace. Took out all the trash. Fed the dog. Let her go pee. She's asleep now. She named her Lolly. Hit the dollar store. Hit the post office for my grandpa. I look good. Anyways, I had to give my snacks and whatnot. Shout out to Outshine because I love these popsicles. I love these popsicles. The lime flavor is my favorite flavor. Love it, love it, love it. You can't go wrong with Outshine popsicle, okay? And they're no sugar added popsicles. Eat them. They're bomb. I don't care what time of the year it is. I'm eating these hoes. Okay, so sips the tea. And y'all know, okay, sorry. Gotta get my angles right. Y'all know that's Arizona, y'all. Stop playing with her. So I got the mango one too. All right, y'all. I'm gonna continue getting set up here. I'm opening chocolate. I'm so discombobulated right now. Gotta figure out what I'm having for dinner. Y'all, it's been a busy morning. But We're gonna get into it. Oh, excuse me, my jeans is a little tight. A lot tight. But it don't matter because you see that? Y'all see that? I know you see that. Stop playing with her. What? Stop playing with her. Stop playing with her. Stop playing with her. Okay. So anyways, y'all. I told y'all we're going to talk about more about MoLexi. So, sorry, y'all. It looked like somebody pulled up in my driveway. But, we're going to get more into the life of MoLexi. You feel me? We got Minnie in the cut. So, excuse me. Let me get my music on. Shout out to Chef Sui. Sui, you my favorite. You my favorite. Not for real. You're my favorite because we Latina over here too, baby. Don't play. But you're my favorite. Skylar Marie. She's also one of my favorites to watch on YouTube. Love y'all, love y'all. So anyway, I know the last episode I talked about my daughter. And basically like how I knew I was having her. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do some more adjusting. If you're not making your bed with a karate chop, you probably ain't doing it right. I made my bed with a karate chop and I still didn't do it right, but it's fine. Minnie gonna have to come up out of the podcast for a little bit though. I got a little pen today. It's the little things. Two seconds. Excuse me. I promise we're gonna pull this together, y'all. Oh my freaking phone. My bad, y'all. I was sleeping like a fat lady. Like I ain't had nothing to drink in 62 years. Um. All right. We're back. Listen, y'all gonna have to bear with me, children, and stay tuned, lexicons, because this is Lexopolis. We ain't shit perfect up in this bitch. Okay, but we perfectly perfect. Okay? Perfectly imperfectly perfect. Said what the fuck I said, clock the C. So, I gave y'all a little bit about how I knew my daughter was coming about. So, today, I'm going to give y'all the events that led up to Melanami being conceived. I need some lotion on my hands, y'all. I had a breakout on my hands a couple weeks ago. That was pretty bad, and I'm gonna just say don't do drugs, kids, because baby, that's another story for another day. But we're gonna get there. Well, it's part of the story actually. So I'm gonna start from the beginning of me finding, not even finding, but running into, excuse me, the sperm donor of my child. So this is an informational slash biography slash, I mean, autobiography slash warning. Be careful who you choose to be friends with, because everybody ain't your friend, and everybody don't want to see you win to see you win. Okay? Some people just want to see you winning so they can knock you down off your pedestal and help you lose. Well, I was friends with some females, and at the time, I didn't really know like the Tulsa Muskogee area as well as I do now. I know it like the back of my hand now. But back then, I didn't. I didn't know nothing about, especially the Tulsa area. I know I had lived in Broken Arrow before, been riding around and stuff like that with family, you know, my parents and shit like that. But I wasn't just out there. I know what street you talking about when you say 61st. When you say 61st, now I know what you talking about. Back then, I didn't know what the fuck that was. Nigga, what 61st Street? Oh, you on 6-1? What is you talking about? I know what you're talking about now. Or when people say, oh, you out north? Yes, my location is on the north side. That's how it was. So, a small altercation that could have been resolved easily didn't get resolved easily. And I ended up getting left in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a place I did not know and I didn't know anybody. Now, because of previous choices, like the people that I reached out to for help did not want to help me. They just had bad mouthing to say. They didn't want to believe that I needed help or anything like that. So I had to go on about my business, and I was without shelter, without home, without phone, without food, without money, without anything. And I didn't have nobody out there with me. So I ended up staying in these hotels, and I ended up meeting a bunch of people that were shit, that were no good. Heavy in the drug scene, crack, PCP, coke, meth, fatty, pills, anything, like everything. Um, and I ended up being with this guy that Stephen Matias is his name. No, I don't care about shouting him out because I'm never gonna see him again. Um, he's way worse off than I was, and he's already moved states. But anyway, um, he was abusive. He didn't know how to take no for an answer. He would not allow me to just sit around being myself, my cute little sober, bubbly ass self. He wanted me to do drugs, and he had a friend that used to drive him around who ended up being the sperm donor to my kid. This guy used to pick us up all the time and take us to different people's places. He used to take us to go hit licks. I've done quite a lot of things that I'm not proud of. Shootings, stealing, robbing people, beating people up, smacking the fuck out of people with pistols and shit. Just dumb shit that I never would have done in my life. That I ended up doing with them. So we ended up dropping Rico because Rico is what we called Steven. We ended up dropping Rico because he had put his hands on me and whatnot. And my child sperm donor, we just gonna call him Tie Fish. Tie Fish. He caught himself trying to play superhero or macho man. On 27th and Memorial, actually I think it was 21st and Memorial, off of that highway where that Quick Trip was at on the corner. Anyways, the dude Rico had followed us over there when I called Tie Fish for a ride because Rico had us out on 27th and Memorial, and he was doing the most to try to get him a sack, and I wasn't with it. I was trying to go. Like, I was ready to go. I was ready to go home. I was trying to get out of there. So I called Tie Fish. He got a ride to me and got dropped off. He told me he was going down to the Quick Trip. He has a ride coming for us. Come on if I'm coming, basically. So I followed him, left Steven, and Steven ended up following us down to the Quick Trip. And I told Tie Fish what happened. He didn't like it too much. He ended up fighting Rico at the Quick Trip and kicked his ass. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. We left, and then I ended up with Tie Fish. Like, I didn't have nowhere else to go. I didn't have nobody. I was staying with Rico, so leaving Rico, I had to stay with somebody else. So I'm staying with Tie Fish, and he was staying at the Plug's house. He was staying between the Plug's apartment and his mama's apartment, which obviously I didn't know that at the time. But we ended up together, and like at first the relationship was okay. I was bringing in all the money. I was bringing in all the money. I was tricking. I was scamming. I was in and out of them casinos. I was escorting. If y'all don't know what escorting is, it's fucking prostitution, okay? I'm tired of this gentle, spare the feeling. Blah, blah, blah. Well, if you want to spare the feelings, nigga, then you should have spared your beep type shit. You know what I mean? So we're not sparing shit up in this channel. It's fucking prostitution. Okay? That led me down the road of trafficking. I thought that I was doing a normal job one night, and that normal job turned into damn near kidnapping. I didn't know what was going on. I was in a hotel room with someone, and I was grabbed from behind I fought. It was pretty much useless. I was strangled, and I was strangled so badly. I thought I was not gonna have a voice anymore. Like I lost my voice. I was scared. I thought I legitimately would not have a voice anymore after that. And I was thrown in the back of a truck with a whole bunch of other people, and it stunk, and it was hot, and it was sweaty, and there was no talking. There was no movement. There were guys with guns, um, ready to take us the fuck out if we disobeyed anything that they said. We ended up traveling in this back of this damn truck um, forever, it seemed like. Um, we were in Florida. We were in North Carolina. We were in Illinois. We were in Arkansas. We went through Texas to get all the way back, to go all the way through. We went through Texas first and came back through Arkansas, Kansas, obviously. So the whole time, back of this truck, they would take us out one by one. Sometimes two females at a time, or males two, and work at hotels and high ups like judges and stuff like that. People that were of authority that shit, you ain't finna say shit about them. So we had to do what we had to do, and we didn't see it down. But we had what we needed. If that makes sense. Like, we weren't just dirty and stunk because there was a whole lot of bodies in a hot ass truck. But we wasn't dirty. We wasn't, underdressed or anything like that. We still had hygiene. We looked presentable for the most part. I only did that for that a lot of time that we were gone. And honestly, I really have no idea how long we were actually gone. And when I got back, when I left, I had no idea because I was too far on drugs. Returning, I still was escorting, doing all that work. I was drawing checks, beating the system, and COVID happened. So pandemic checks started rolling around. Of course, I'm collecting that on top of beating the system, on top of escorting and making this money on the side. I met an older black lady that put me through the game mentally and told me what I was getting myself into and who I was getting involved with. But by that time, it was already too late. And I don't even know if that lady was real. I can't even lie to you, because that day when she talked to me and took me through everything that I was going through mentally, like she took me through it mentally. I never saw her the fuck again, ever. And the next thing I saw of her was all her stuff being taken out of her apartment and sold. And the last time I had seen her was that day when she left her apartment and she left me there to go to the store. She did not come back. Ever. She never came back. I looked for her. I knew she couldn't save me, but I guess I don't know. I guess she was my little slither of hope for a while. So when she disappeared, I went back down a rabbit hole and started doing more and doing more and doing more. And because of that, I ended up being a top rank, which meant I didn't have to go in the back of a fucking truck or go hit the tellies. I got to stay at the apartment with my dude. And I can't just give y'all all the lingo because I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna say that this world that I stepped into is a very dangerous world, and there's very dangerous people that are involved in this world, and I just can't say certain stuff, so I won't because I have young life to protect. Um, my Tyfish had got real heavy on the meth, like pretty bad. Um, Crack was involved. You know, crack nowadays ain't how crack was back when the crack epidemic was going on. Um, so he would start to let his paranoia take over. My bad, John. The damn popsicle started melting. Okay. He would let his paranoia take over him a lot. And I tried to run away. I tried to run away several times, not even knowing where I was going. But I didn't care. I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to. I wanted to go home. I wanted to go home. But I felt like I couldn't because I felt ashamed and I felt so much of a disgrace. I felt disgusting. I felt like nobody would love me. Like I felt like nobody would give a fuck. So when I would run away, um, I didn't really have a destination besides home. But I never really would make it that far. He always caught up to me. He always had somebody on another block and call up real quick. And then he started beating me. And I'm talking about beating the shit out of me. I've had a golf club upside my motherfucking head. I've had a hammer down my fucking back. I felt brass knuckles on various parts of my body. Um, he had hit me so hard one day in my face. He knocked the contacts out of both my eyes with one punch and busted my head open here. Anybody that sees me around town, you see this, how my eyebrows like this, it's because that scar right there is so deep on one part of the scar, it don't grow hair right there. And everywhere else around that, it grows hair. So when I pluck the hair or I do my eyebrows, it just comes off right there anyway. So I just make it into a design. He busted my head open right there. Um, he busted my head open behind my ear, right, twice. My eardrum was bleeding. The back of my head was bleeding. Drugs caused me to literally end up having to stab myself. He had thought that I was reaching for the pistol one day and punched me in my face so I couldn't grab it, and grabbed it before me and then smacked the shit out of me with it. So when we're sitting in Walmart parking lot, he's going off on me, he's wailing on me. The pocket knife is right there. He grabs it. I just know my life is about to fucking end. So I took it and I stabbed myself 4 times in my leg. So crazily, like I was so crazy because I didn't want him to kill me. So I had to show him that I was crazier. Like you can't hurt me because I hurt myself worse. And then I didn't even go to the hospital. I healed myself when he knocked my contacts out of my eyes. I was blind for 2 fucking weeks. I remember counting 16 fucking days that I could not see. And I just kept trying to see. Like, I probably looked really crazy. I was always opening my eyes really wide and like looking directly at light because I could feel it. Like I could see the difference in the darkness and when I'm outside in the sun, or when we flick the light switch, or so I would purposely try to see, and it took me 16 days to get my sight back. It took me 18 more days after that to completely get it back. I had to wear sunglasses everywhere that I went. Everywhere. When I stabbed myself and I didn't go to the hospital, I walked on my leg. For almost 4 days, I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't walk. It was over. It was a wrap. And I just couldn't take that for an answer. So when I couldn't walk, he took that as perfect opportunity to put a chain and padlock around my neck. In the bottom room of his mom's apartment. I rehabilitated my own leg. Sitting at that house, chained up. And the only thing that he would bring me would be drugs. I didn't have painkillers. I didn't have fucking water bottles. I drank water from the faucet. If I got food, it was usually a cup of fucking noodles or some half-eaten chicken he got from motherfucking Yaffe's. But when I would have a couple noodles, I would have to make them hoes in the shower. Like, I would turn the water on, the hottest, no cold water. And I would legitimately boil my fucking ramen noodles in my water. So anybody that knows me, if you know, if you've ever been around me, lived with me, seen me, like literally, I say it. I love my fucking shower water, my bath water, boiling ramen noodle hot, nigga. If I can't boil my eggs in that water, it ain't hot enough for me. That's why. That's all I had was some hot ass fucking water. He would come back from being at the plug house or wherever the fuck he would be at. OKQ, no, tricking, whatever. He would come back and beat the fuck out of me. Fuck me, do drugs, and do it all again the next day. Every single fucking day. But don't worry, because I was still collecting a check. I'd have a choice. It was that or probably die. Because he was not playing with me. He was not playing with me at all. My family came to see me. And they gave warning before they came, so plenty of time for him to scare me enough to not leaving his ass, right? Right. By threatening my family because he knew where we lived. As if he was going to actually do something, but I didn't know that. The people that I was working for with his ass, in and out of the hotels and out of the back of that damn truck. Hell yeah, I was scared of them. Not necessarily him, but all he had to do was make a phone call. Little did I know he's not that fucking smart. Luckily, he's not that fucking smart. But I ended up convincing him. After all of that, I found out I was pregnant. And I'm having twins. We only knew that I was having twins because one of the girls that we were staying with, she was a nurse. She had an at-home sonogram, ultrasound machine. The one where you could see the picture. So she's like, "Dude, you got 2 sacks in here. Girl, what you talking about?" I was so high off my fucking bonkers. I don't register 2 sacks. I don't know what you talking about. I just know there's 2 babies up in this bitch. Okay, well, usually 2 sacks means fraternal twins. So not long after that, probably a few weeks, maybe a month, I ended up miscarrying. And I thought there was nothing left. Like I said, I was so fucking high. I really didn't have much of a reaction. I spent one day laying on the bathroom floor crying. And it was back to getting high again. Because at that time, I had convinced him to let us move in with his people, with his little people. And so we did. Which was when I started getting beat on with a hammer. In between all of that, like there was so many other things that happened. He stomped on my chest for my fucking food stamps card. Fucking slammed me in the car door. Beat me with brass knuckles several times. Threw glass in my fucking head. tried to hang me over a fucking balcony, pushed me down some damn stairs, kicked me down some damn stairs, tried to run me over. There were so many things. Even on the way to move into their apartment, he was beating me up and down the fucking street with a hammer. And people would drive by and yell at him to leave me the fuck alone and shit, but they wouldn't really help or anything like that. So we just kept it trucking. We ended up staying at this apartment for a while after I miscarried. About 2-3 months or so. Probably like 2.5 months. Um, and there was an older black lady that lived behind us that saw him through the window beating me with a hammer and throwing his, like, swinging his chain around because he clipped the padlock on the end of his chain. His dog chain wore around the collar, and he made me wear one with a padlock on it that he had the key. Um, After my knee injury with the stab wounds, he used it as more leverage. Like, he would get me to do whatever he wanted as long as he didn't fucking hurt me. Because I was so scared one wrong move and my knee could fucking just let me have the fucking pavement to my motherfucking teeth. You know what I mean? So he would swing that fucking padlock right at my leg every fucking time, hit my kneecap. He was swinging that fucking chain and padlock at me, beating the fuck out of me. My collarbone. My back. And she called the police. This neighbor that lived behind her, she called the police. There was a brief intermission, I guess you would call it, when the people who were staying with the guy, he broke through the door because he would lock it with a knife. Those of you who know, you know. Put the knife in between a little thing. Yeah. So he came through and grabbed him and told me to run, and I did. But I didn't go far. I didn't know where the fuck I was going. Shit. I just know that when the police showed up to ask me questions, I didn't say nothing. I didn't write a statement. The officer was so mad that I didn't write a statement. He called my dad. Like, how you even know how to call my dad type shit? I didn't even have a phone. I didn't have no kind of contact information for you. He knew my dad, so he called him. My dad thought he convinced me to write a statement on the phone, and I just played the game. Made him think that I was gonna write a statement, and I didn't. Taquan actually ended up telling on himself and went to jail. When he went to jail, I went back to the hotels and started working again with two people that I was already doing work with. And that was when I found out that, oh my God, I still have a baby up in here. That was when I was eating Arby's 4 times a damn day. And I didn't want to go out to the no-no It's like 9 o'clock at night, and all right, it's time to go to work type shit. Like we fucked around all day, we slept today or whatever. Now it's nighttime. The freaks come out at night. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So that's exactly what's going on. Casinos and whatnot. But when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter still, I quit smoking meth cold turkey. I threw my smoking device across the parking lot and let it shatter. And I didn't smoke anymore after that. I didn't want to. I didn't. I was scared that I was going to kill my life form. Um, so I called my mom because I was in trouble. And I knew that I was not going to be able to leave without a fight. And boy, was there a fight. Um, I was pregnant. I didn't have barely any shit. Like, barely had anything. And I ended up getting robbed that same night that I called my mom. It was actually her birthday, and I got robbed that night. So I really didn't have shit. And I ended up leaving the place that I had called her from because I was assaulted. I was sexually assaulted. And I was about to sleep on the bench, the bus stop bench outside of Vernon Manor, which is now called the Bradford Apartments. But instead, there's a special needs older guy that took me in and he fed me and made sure I was comfortable. And he tried, like talking with me and comforting me. And like he was more than capable of taking care of himself, but he was like the way that he talked was different. Like he couldn't talk. He don't talk like me and you talk. We were having a regular conversation, you know what I mean? Like it was very much chopped up, more head nodding and gestures than like it was almost like he was nonverbal, but not completely, like partially nonverbal. So, but he was really sweet. And he saved my life that night, little did he know. My grandpa ended up coming to get me next morning, and it was my birthday. And my mom took me to urgent care and found out that I was 4.5 months pregnant. And my baby hadn't developed a heartbeat yet, but she was coming right along. And that's pretty much the gist of that. Like, that's how I ended up with my daughter still. Like, even after miscarrying her twin, I still ended up with beautiful baby girl who shapes and molds me today. Um, so I am always up for questions and comments, concerns. Like I said before, please share your stories with me, y'all. I am not in this alone. I know I'm not, and you're not in this alone. I know that you're not. I'm living proof today that it doesn't matter what you go through. You are not what you go through. Um, Easier said than done. Those of you that know and been through some of the stuff I've been through, you know that it's easier said. Because the shit hurts. It hurts bad because we want to ask why me, why me, but this is why. Because somebody else needed to hear it. Somebody needs you. Somebody needed you to be strong enough to go through that so that way they can go through it and not be stopped at that experience or trial and tribulation that came upon their life. We all make choices. So I don't share my stories for pity. I don't share my stories for empathy and all of that mushy. I'm really not a mushy gushy type of person. If you know me, then you know. I share my story because somebody else needs to hear this shit. And I don't know who it is. But if getting it off my chest makes it easier for me and easier for someone else to know, I don't see the harm in any of that whatsoever. Um, so thank y'all for listening to a little bit more of Big Sammy. Because we are in Lexopolis, y'all. Whereas Lexopolis may be made up, the shit we talking about is all motherfucking raw truth, baby. We don't have time for that bullshit. We keep it true up in this bitch. No judgments. No, hey, keep your negative bullshit to yourself. Because we not on that type of time, you feel me? Oh, excuse me, y'all. Some of the stuff that I talked about, I actually haven't actually talked about it with anybody or shit. Some of the shit I never actually said out loud. Excuse me. So bear with me, children. Lexicon, stay tuned. Cause like I said, if you riding away, baby, stay put. You better hold on motherfucking tight. Cause the waves gonna hit and it's gonna bump and crash and bloop blop bloop blop. But as long as you hold on tight, when we get past that wave, I'll see you. I will see you when you will get your flowers when they're due. You will get your flowers when they are due. Okay? Every seed you sow must grow. Every seed you sow must grow. Every seed you sow must grow. Okay? Stop playing with it. Okay? Thank you, Cardi, for doing that because now I can't stop doing it. Okay? If you know, then you know. A bitch about to roll her a joint because that was painful. Not gonna lie. I love that y'all are tuning in with me, and I love that I have a good support team and a good family, a good lexicon family. Cause y'all the lexicons, believe it or not. You be watching my streams, you are now a lexicon. If you are subscribed to my channel, you are a lexicon. If you are following me, you are a lexicon. If you are on all my social medias, you are a lexicon. Stay tuned, baby, because I promise you, we are not done. We are just getting started. This is just the beginning. If y'all thought a few years ago was the beginning, baby, you ain't seen nothing yet, okay? We in there like swimwear and ain't shit stopping over here, baby. Y'all have some more to come. I'll have more to share with y'all. I don't even know who this is.
Hello?
Yeah, hello? Nigga, I told you. Excuse me. Why you just fucking hang up, you fucking piece of shit? Get off my fucking phone, because all you want to do is fucking judge a bitch and do all of this weird ass shit. I don't have time for none of that. Leave me the fuck alone. Okay, anyway, sorry y'all, but I'm really tired of people always trying to play games and whatever. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all so much. And lexicons, stay tuned. For everybody else, Like, follow, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, share with your family, share with your coworkers. And don't forget your bitch big legs. It's Sammy with the Blammy, and we out the. What's up, what's up, what's up? It's MoLexi in the cut. What's up, what's up, what's up? It's MoLexi in the cut. And we love y'all. Thank y'all.